I am going to be completely honest with you guys, and this is going to be one of those moments where I feel like my mom talking to me and trying to have her explain these things. Look, I have no idea what the whole tag thing is that BookTube does. A lot of people on the Discord have tried to explain it to me recently, so I decided I'm going to kind of try to do my version of that, which is actually more of a pay it forward, if you will. Let's talk about some of those booktubers under like the 10,000 sub range that I would like you guys to check out. Hey, what's up, bookworms and maybe booktubers? Mike back today to talk a little something as a quick hit for you. Like I said, I'm not really sure what the whole tag thing is, but here's some booktubers that I really like that I think maybe have smaller audiences and they're looking to grow, and I think they're very good. And I hope that you guys will give them a try, and I hope that it will encourage them. And this is, I guess, the tag part of it. Maybe if they are in this video, they will see it and they will make a similar video talking about some lesser known booktubers maybe that they like. It's definitely not shade when I do this, but I don't follow a lot of big booktubers anymore because I feel like there's a lot of sponsored stuff in there, and I feel like a lot of the times, if this is a full-time job, there needs to be some not quite so honest opinions. And so that's why I've never taken a sponsor on this channel. I get the offers constantly, but I like to keep it organic and honest with you guys. And I feel like these lesser-known channels are all very honest. Now, some of them you probably heard of, either not through me or through recommendations and things like that. So let's kick it off here, guys. Here are 11 of them. First up, I got a couple of actual published authors that have made the transition. I got a note here, and it keeps flying off the thing here, but that says Brian Lee Durfee. Brian Lee Durfee is a published author. Obviously, you've heard of him. He does the Five Warrior Angels series. The series is very popular on my Discord through a lot of users who are always basically, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Brian Lee Durfee? But Brian is just a barrel of laughs. He is a very good writer from what I've heard. I don't know, I haven't read his books yet, but I don't think that these people would lie to me. I'm reading them next year, Brian, I swear to you. And I love his channel because even if it's something I haven't read, I will watch a review and just laugh because it's so entertaining. He has such a high energy level, and his wit is just second to none. I think he's a great dude. Just definitely the type of guy you can get a coffee with, get a beer with, any of those things. And his speed is incredible. Like, a book will release at midnight, and at 1 a.m. he has a review for you on his channel. So he puts out something, I think, every single day. I can't keep up with that. I put out 5 videos a week, and I feel like I'm being lazy compared to him. But yeah, great dude. And drop in the comments. He'll always respond to you. I'll just definitely check his channel out. I think you'll like it quite a bit. Next up, another published author. This is Christopher Rocchio. He is the author of the Sun Eater series. Now, why I like watching his channel when they aren't spoiler stuff, because I'm not current on that series yet. I'm reading the last one in June. I think that if you want to know more about the writing process, I think he's really open about how he goes about his craft and writing, and he will very transparent and show you like basically how he breaks things down by chapter. I'm an accountant, so I have a great love for Excel spreadsheets, and he has no problem showing those things. And he's a very engaging author. He is actually on our Discord. Very nice dude. And I think his channel deserves a lot more attention because even when he's not talking about Sun Eater, he's talking about lots of things I think that you guys will be interested in. He even does like live reviews of Mandalorian. It's fun stuff. So check out those two published authors. Next up, probably the booktuber who has the most subscriptions. I know he just crossed 10,000. You've heard me talk about it before. This is Media Death Cult, hosted by my friend Moyd. I think that he is just the most hilarious and underrated guy on the tube. He's at least my 7th favorite booktuber, if I'm being honest. In all reality, his videos are so much fun. If you basically, he'll make fun of me for doing fantasy. He does basically what I do with fantasy. He does it with sci-fi. He is the sci-fi guy on YouTube. I can't think of anybody better. But I like the dry British humor that he throws on the channel is just second to none. But he knows his stuff. He really will get into the brass tacks of what makes a book tick, what he liked about it, what he didn't like about it. And he is the master of the top 10 lists, guys. So please check his channel out. I think that you will not only get a lot of laughs out of it, but you'll get a lot of quality content there, and he is a machine. He's pumping out content at a very, very high level, and I think he's looking to really, really go all in on this booktube thing. I mean, I guess that's why some of us are here. But yeah, please check out his channel. I think you will, your sides will be hurting a little bit from laughing so hard. Next up is a friend of mine, I would call her. That is Megan from Megan's Reading Revelations. She covers a lot of stuff that maybe I wouldn't read. A lot of YA, a lot of romance, things like that. Stuff that I'm not ever really going to cover on the channel. But she has such a bubbly personality. It's just infectious. I feel like if I'm having a bad start to the morning and I need some pep in my step, I'll watch her channel and I'm in a great mood because she always just has such an aura of positivity about her. And again, the lighting that she uses, she doesn't understand why I bring this up, but the lighting that she uses is just so perfect. I wish I could get my lighting as good as hers. Yeah, very, very positive channel. And she talks a lot of things that I do read as well. She does read-alongs too. I think she's doing one for Live Ship Traders by Robin Hobb right now, which is something I'm going to be doing later on the channel. So a very engaging channel, very, very nice individual, and I think that you will appreciate her channel if you check her out. Next up, she just got started. She keeps saying that she's not a booktuber, but I think she's finally embracing it. I'm talking about Madison Goodyear. She is one of the moderators on my Discord, but also someone that I think I would consider a friend. Even though I'll never probably meet any of these people in real life, you spend enough time talking to these people on your Discord or on instant message, things like that. You feel like you know them. All my moderators I have great love for. I wanted to spotlight Madison here because she's just really getting started at this, and she has the strongest use of a clipboard that I've ever seen. As a child of the 80s, I appreciate the strong use of a clipboard. It makes my iPad here seem really just super bougie or something. But I think that she has a really good taste in books. Obviously, we have a lot of similar taste in books, so I'm going to say that's good taste in books because I'm biased that way. But she did one the other day, a tag, and she put me in it. And I said, I don't know how this works, but this is the way I figure I can tag her back here and hope that maybe she'll pay forward some of the other booktubers out there that she likes, because those people that are just getting started, I feel like those first 3 months are the key, because they'll get really easily demotivated if they don't really have instant success. And like I tell people sometimes, guys, I did this for 2 years before it took off for me. So keep hustling. If you have good content, people will find it. And I think she has very, very good content. Next up, you guys have heard me talk about this one several times. My personal favorite booktuber, because I love the way that he approaches these things. I'm talking about Dr. Philip Chase. His channel to me is just an escape when I want to learn. I feel like he's an English professor, so I feel like he knows his stuff really, really well. And we're of a similar age, I think, that we can kind of look at some of the same things in some of these books. Elder statesmen we are, I like to say, not the old men of booktube, but the elder statesmen that we are. I've talked on his channel before. He's talked on my channel before. I'm going to be talking to him very soon when we talk about Malazan. I can't wait, but again, I think what he brings to conversation is really, really just looking between the lines of these books, looking at the philosophies of them, looking at the themes, things like that you wouldn't usually get out of a booktuber. He really, really dives deep into what makes these books tick for him, and it's just compelling every time that I watch his channel. So I hope you'll check his channel out. I never miss a video, even though I don't comment on everyone, Philip. I guarantee you I watch them all. Sometimes I just listen at work and I can't really comment, but I just know that I watch every one of them, and I always anticipate the next one as long as it's not a spoiler video for something that I haven't read, which I'll get to when I get to them. Next up, we want to talk about grimdark. There is one channel I think out there that eclipses everyone in a darker shade of black better than anybody. That is my guy, Slowly Read, Mark over there. He talks about mostly grimdark stuff, and I think he has really the best grip out there on what grimdark actually is. Because I think there's a lot of confusion about what that subgenre is. But I think the way that he puts it, I don't want to say he puts grimdark in a hopeful light, because it is grimdark after all, but I feel like he puts it in a way to show you why he loves that genre and what makes it work for him, and it makes you want to check it out yourself. Very much the authority, I think, on BookTube when it comes to anything grimdark, because I love First Law, and him and I can talk about First Law for hours, and I feel like he'll bring up stuff that I've never thought of, and I've been a major fan of that series for 15 years, you know. So again, a guy I think that if you drop in his comments, he's always going to respond to you. Very, very nice individual, regardless of the content he's talking about, which may not be the most bubbly. He is very much a charming personality, and I think you will like his channel if you give it a shot. You've heard me talk about Diana and the Nook before. This one, I just think she is just such a kind soul. I love watching her videos because she's just so honest and so nice about everything. And we read a lot of similar stuff, and I find myself having different opinions about her, but I love the way that she talks about some of this, especially her cosmetic stuff was always really good for me. Her graphics that she uses on here are just outstanding work that she spends in the editing room. So much more time than me, clearly. But again, a channel I think is very approachable. She is also very engaging. She will always talk to you in the comments. To me, that's what makes a good booktubers, if they're engaging with their audience, and she definitely fits that bill. But again, just a very, very sweet person that I think that you guys will all love if you give her a try and just get to know her a little bit, because she is excellent, and I can't wait every single month to watch her book hauls, because I always like to say, that's something I probably never would have considered, but the way that you talk about it makes me want to, and that is a sign of someone that's good at what they do. A newer one out there, this is the Brothers Gwynne. Good play on the Brothers Grimm there. These are the two sons, or two of the three sons of published author John Gwynne, which you guys have heard me talk about quite a bit. So I was going to give them a try based off that. For me, watching their videos, first I have just an undying lust now to try historical fiction, which I haven't really gotten deep into. But I think to me, it's almost like, this is what I hope my boys will be like one day. You know, the wonderful young men that Mr. Gwynne has raised. They're just so friendly and so nice, so approachable. And I love the way they talk about books in a way that you can tell their dad is an author and they've done their homework. It's just, really is just kind of a nice, you know, get a cup of coffee and listen to these two guys talk about what they love about books. That is something that has worked for me for, 2 years now. And I think they definitely fit that mold. So if it's something you're wanting to look into and you're wanting to get a little deeper dive into some of these historical fiction novels, and also, guys, they love the first law, so they're okay by me. A couple more left here for you. Now this one, I think if there was a live action version of a Muppet, and I mean that in the nicest way, it would be Alan over at the Library of Allenxandria. I wish that I had this man's energy. He always seems like he's 110 miles per hour, almost like in a Robin Williams kind of way, but never in a way that you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, my man. Such a nice guy. Anytime that we've interacted, he's been nothing but super friendly to me. We talked about a Malazan book on Philip's channel one time. Fun stuff. His enthusiasm just drips off the screen, and I think that's something that has endeared him to many people. I think he just crossed 3,500 subs, and he's going to be at 10,000 by the end of this year. He's just such an awesome channel. You can tell when he genuinely loves something, but he's like me in that he has no problems being honest. If it's something that he didn't really care for, he's going to tell you regardless of how popular it is. So I recommend you check out his Great Coats reviews, because he's got so much passion for those books, and I love how much passion he has for those books, because I love them as well. But yeah, again, a very, very fun channel, and definitely if you're needing a shot of adrenaline, that's the way to go. And last up here, because I don't feel like there's enough horror booktubers out there. You guys know about my guy Jaime and Fuego from the horror show, but I feel like the horror show's got an audience about the size of mine, and everybody knows Jaime doing Hail to Stephen King. So I want to talk about Jason's Weird Reads. Again, I think that there's just not enough mostly horror. He's done some other things out there, and ironically, I discovered him when he was talking about the best way to approach reading Wheel of Time. But I really got into his horror stuff, and now it comes to a point, he's on the Discord too. Anytime I have a question about a horror book, like I was asking about The Girl Next Door the other day, and he's like, man, that is a disturbing book. So I feel like if you want to know about horror, this is the place to go to. A really, really friendly atmosphere over there. No matter how dark the content can be, he always puts it in a way that you can see the best parts of it, and I think that's a really fresh take on the horror genre, and he's just a super swell guy on top of that. Again, all of these people that I mentioned here are very engaging in their comments, so if you want to drop them a comment, they're going to reply to you. I think that's the best way to do this. But guys, those are the ones that I have for right now. There are many more, but I didn't want this video to go like 30 minutes. But I hope that these, was it 11? I think 11 will actually, if they see this, I hope that they'll make a similar video. So consider that a tag, if you will, even though I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. So guys, are there some smaller booktubers that you love? Let's keep it like 10,000 subs or less. Drop in the comments and let me know. I'd love to check them out, and I will talk to you there.